out to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
S-T-R-O.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Waiting. Solid.
Wentz now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And a give this time to the tailback. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Ready?
53 flight.
Bravo.
Watch the run. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, let's get that ball again.
Shoot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
50 plays.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 3, check 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Finding room inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss really in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they bumped the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Wentz going to throw. Caught here by Conley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing is Wentz. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Check it back.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Look, squeeze.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, They're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Number 53, Mike 53. All day, dog.
Look at me. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 8-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Rock it.
Shoot.
Hit it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little day running. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there as the first half is winding down. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Leo! Let's make these babies. Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half. See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter. And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
44, Mike, 44. We ain't giving it up.
Hey, high 7. 5.
2nd and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
81.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. He's got the hookup with Conley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Leonard Fournette, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Go. Go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I'm here all day.
Ready?
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike spoke.
Yo, go. Greystone travel. Go.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
64.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes it 24-13. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
6-6, bullet high.
Check 3.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Break.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Topper!
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Charlie.
Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Back, back, back. Watch safety.
Recon, 132, Fox, deep grip.
2nd and 13. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz caught by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First down, Jacksonville.
I got it.
On first down, Wentz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Kill, 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 kill.
Look at me. Go, go.
Shit. Watch the shit.
Under 10. Now.
Now they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Gone, gone.
Lucky. Check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Go. 30 base.
Here we go.
Leo! Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A gain there of 21 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Fournette. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Got his man. It's Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. One final try now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to... And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.